Okay, let's have a look at using Venn diagrams in a particular example. So to use a Venn diagram, we will typically commence with defining what the universal set is. So in this example, let me say that the universal set is going to be the set of elements A, B, C, D, and E. And also let's take some subsets of this universal set. So let's take the set A, comprised of the elements A, B, and C. And also let's take the set B, comprised of the elements B, D, and E. Okay, so in a Venn diagram, remember, we represent the universal set by a rectangle on the plane. So I can first draw this rectangle representing the universal set. Okay, and we have two subsets of the universal set here, A and B. Now, if we look at A and B, we see that they do have one element in common, the element B. So there is an overlap between these two sets. So what I would expect to see in the Venn diagram then is the two discs, or the two circles representing A and B, and also an overlap between them. Now, we can actually place within each of the discs the elements associated with them. So for A, we've got the element A, we've got the element B, and we've also got the element C. And for set B, we've got the element B, which is already here, and the element D, and the element E. Now I've placed the element B in the portion of the diagram that's overlapping between the sets A and B. So in a Venn diagram, this represents the intersection. And the intersection of A and B, in this case, is the set with one element, the element B. Okay, sets A and B, the union of those two sets then, A union B, is the set with elements A, B, C from the set A. And then from the set B, we've also got, well, B is already listed, we've also got D and E. So all of the elements from the universal set are also represented by the set A union B. So there's no elements in the universal set that aren't contained in A or B in this diagram. Let's take another example. Okay, this time let's define the universal set in the following way. So U this time will be the set of elements 1, 2, 3, and 4. And let's consider two subsets of this universal set. The set A containing the elements 1 and 2, and the set B containing the element 3. Okay, so in a Venn diagram, we can represent this situation also. So again, let me draw a rectangle to represent my universal set. And I have two subsets here, A and B. Now, looking at A and B, we see that there is no intersection between them. So they're disjoint sets. We represent that in the Venn diagram in such a way that there's no overlap between them. A includes the elements 1 and 2, and B contains the element 3. Okay, if we look at A union B in this case, the resultant set is the elements 1, 2, and 3. If we were to find the complement of A union B, please remember, with the complement, what we want to do is look at A union B complement. That's going to be the universal set less A union B. And in this case, this will be set 1, 2, 3, 4, which is the universal set, less the union, which we know is 1, 2, and 3. The resultant set in this case is a set with a single element 4. So the sets A and B, subsets of the universal set, don't include all of the elements that were in the universal set. So in this case we have an element remaining, the element 4, sitting outside sets A and B. So in a Venn diagram we would represent it in this way.